Okay, everyone, we're currently on the personal parade ground of the 2023-2024 Batch C1 core members, precisely at Calabar Municipal, of which I am officially a member of the personal core members. And I am so grateful that this is done and over with. I remember the first time I had to pack my bags and travel all the way down to the north for camp. And that whole process was so disorganizing for someone who was so focused on our business. But right now, today, I am so grateful that that is done and over with. Now, was the service year worth it? Or a better question should be, is the NYSC scheme worth the hype? I want to answer that question in two contexts. It's not a yes, it's not a no answer. So for someone who has their life planned out, who has direction, who has a business they're pursuing, the NYSC scheme could come off as a distraction. But for a fresh graduate who's just out of school, no experience, no job, no business, the NYSC scheme will serve as a breeding ground and will give you direction, purpose. So it's a yes, no answer. It's a contextual thing. And on the flip side of that question is that boggles my mind most especially is, does the NYC scheme still serve the purpose for which it was made, which is to bridge the political divide after the 1967 war and all that? Does it still serve that purpose, considering the insecurity we face at the moment as a nation? Does it still make sense to send graduates all the way from the north to the south to the west to the east, considering that large level of insecurity? So it now makes me think that should there be a reform to the scheme without tampering with the sole purpose for why it was formed? That is something that we should all be asking. That is the question we should all be looking for answers to. But what is my biggest service highlight? Hey, NCCF Calabar, thank you for the experiences. Pastor Michael Odedino, I cannot forget you. Thank you for pressing my neck. Thank you for coming after my life. You have done a good thing, and I pray you're prospering wherever you are. But basically, NCCF Calabar was the biggest highlight of my service here. Coming from a space where you are so comfortable in your own space and having to share that space in one house with 100 plus deferring people. Boy, it was choking. But we're grateful for the experience. We're grateful for the relationship with you. We're grateful that all that is done and over with. And of course, we pray that all that brings more good things in our life. Someone I will give a very big shout out to is my mom, who is the sole sponsor of my education up to this point. Ma, if you're watching this video, thank you for all you have done for me. And I know, I trust God. I pray by God's grace, as I put in the effort, you will reap the fruits of your labor. Guys, again, you know how loud I am of my real estate business. So please, I am open to your referrals. Bring those real estate deals coming in. And I am open to civil engineering graduate job. So do well to recommend, send your recommendations, send those referrals, and God bless you as you do so.